खुले हुए नहीं है, जो क्रैक्स खुले हुए ना वो कुछ भी नहीं है, पैर के भी क्रैक्स खुले हुए नहीं है.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Omahani. Today we are going to discuss a case that truly amazing. A patient came to us who had been suffering from palmoplantar psoriasis for 14 long years. The skin of her hands would crack open, the skin of her feet would split to such an extent that blood would ooze out. She couldn't do any household work, nor could she rest peacefully. She was exhausted mentally and physically from taking allopathic medicines, applying ointments, and using steroids again and again. She had reached a point where she had accepted this disease as her fate. One day, she met one of our previous patients who had recovered under our treatment, and he suggested that she contact us. She reached out, we took her detailed case history, and what happened next was truly unbelievable. Within just 7 days of homeopathic treatment, those deep cracks, those bleeding wounds on her hands, feet, and heels began to close. The patient felt immense relief and peace, as if a weight she had carried for years had suddenly lifted off her shoulders. Sometimes in life, we endure certain sufferings for so long that they begin to feel permanent. A moment comes when you start believing, this is my destiny now, and you begin to walk with that pain as if it's a part of you. But then, life surprises you. You meet someone, you hear something, you find a new path and everything changes. In this patient's case, the moment she stepped into homeopathic treatment, her journey took a completely different turn. This is how you realize that no matter how chronic your pain is, you don't have to carry it forever. You must explore, you must question, you must look for alternatives, because living with unnecessary pain while life is already full of struggles is not just difficult, it is unfair to yourself. I always say that every patient teaches you a remedy in a completely new way. When I gave her selenium, it was the first time I ever prescribed this medicine in my practice, and the experience was eye-opening. Without knowing much about the medicine initially, the patient's response taught me its depth. Once the result came, I went back to study the case again, and I was stunned to see how beautifully everything connected: the pathology, the mind, the patient's manner of expressing, her energy, her aggravations, everything was in perfect alignment with the remedy's nature. Honestly, sometimes I feel that one lifetime is too short to understand homeopathy completely. There is so much to learn, so much to connect, so much to experience. Whenever someone asks me what advice I would give to new homeopaths or students, I always tell them that I began my journey simply by observing my surroundings and connecting everything to homeopathy, studying its principles, reading the organon deeply, and then linking life with homeopathic philosophy. You don't need to spend lakhs just to learn after completing your 5.5 years of study. Start taking